Pickleball Paddles Canada's gear review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Diadem Icon. The Diadem's a tennis company that's just coming into pickleball. I'm going to give you the dimensions and the specs of this paddle first, and then we're going to get into how it played and felt. So this paddle comes in at 16 inches long, 5.5 inches wide, and comes with a 5-inch handle. This paddle is very thin because it is an edgeless paddle, but even though it's edgeless, they went ahead and put an edge guard on it anyways. And I do think you're going to see a lot more edgeless paddles doing this, and mostly it's just because even though the paddle is very durable and it's not going to break by hitting it on the ground, you still can chip the paint if you hit it on the ground enough. So to make it a little more cosmetically appealing, adding that edge guard on there will help prevent the paint from chipping. Now we're going to move on to the surface. So the surface of this paddle is a Japanese source carbon fiber that they've added a special treatment to it. They put some polyurethane on it to add some spin to the ball. So even though the paddle feels very smooth to the touch, it still does grab the ball because of that coating. So you will find that you still do get quite a bit of spin with it. And then the core is a polymer honeycomb core, of course. Now we're going to dive into the handle. So the handle has a nice cushion grip, has a really nice shape. Now for someone like myself who does use a two-handed backhand, I typically can't play with a 5-inch handle because of that. But because of how thin the paddle is, I was able to comfortably get my other hand up there. It's a little tight, but it did work for me, so it still was okay. Next we're going to get into just how the paddle played. So generally what I like from a paddle personally is I like a paddle with a lot of touch, and that's quite quick at the net. Those are the things I look for. So when I was up at the net, because it is a thin paddle, it was very quick. No complaints there. Lots of speed. I was getting all the balls back I wanted to get back. If I missed a ball, it wasn't because the paddle was too slow, that's for sure. As for touch, all the other edgeless paddles I've ever used, I've always felt like they were lacking in the touch department. I never felt like they had enough touch. This is definitely the first edgeless paddle I felt that had enough touch. I was able to feel the ball when I wanted to drop, dink, all that good stuff. Spin the ball, I was able to feel it on the paddle while I was spinning the ball. So I really felt I was able to maneuver and control the ball the way I wanted almost immediately. Where other edgeless paddles, because of how rigid the surface generally has to be to make it as durable as it is, I tend to find that it takes a lot longer to get used to how to feel the ball on the paddle and how to control the ball on the paddle. So if you come from a paddle that is very, very touch orientated like I am, you're going to find that this has a good amount of touch for you. Now the biggest selling point on this paddle is probably the power. So probably my third shot in, I went up to put away a ball, and it was amazing power. It really, really put away the ball for me. Yeah, I definitely would never ask for more power out of this paddle. This paddle definitely has a 10 out of 10 power, that's for sure. Yeah, so good control, great speed at the net. Again, it's edgeless paddle. You're not going to get a faster feeling paddle at the net. This paddle does weigh in at 8.0. They also make a 7.7 ounce paddle as well. Personally, I like them a little heavier, so I would add some lead tape to this. And I talk about this in my other videos, but when I add lead tape to my paddle, it's usually to increase my blocking ability, my resetting ability. So the harder someone hits at me, the more weight that's in my hand, the less I have to do to get that ball back over. And that's generally what I like. So I would add a little bit of lead tape for that reason. But generally, being able to feel the ball was great, and be able to put away the ball again was great. So if you're in the market for an edgeless paddle, I'd put this one at the top of your list. Thanks for watching my review. If you liked the video, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll be posting more in the future. Bye for now.